So today I found out that my tribunal is no longer on Monday. It's going to be on Tuesday at 10 a.m. and they know I'd like change. They moved it from in phone to in person because they thought I'd do better in person because I have problems over the phone, but I have more problems in person. I've had so many different appointment visits today, like psychiatrists, other psychiatrists. I've had the mental health officer, I've had the psychiatrist, I've had my solicitor. Later Jordan's coming up, so I guess that's like a good visit. The first independent psychiatrist I saw, when I told her about my head people and how sometimes they spend money, she wrote it down like they spend loads of money and they rack through my money, and that I'm broke basically because of that, when that's not what I meant at all. What I meant was that they'll go and they'll buy like a nail kit or a cap or a hoodie or something like that, and I'll come back and I'll have no memory of me buying them. And then things of mine will be missing as well. Like I told my psychologist, and she said that she thinks it's like trauma. Like it's a form of survival from the trauma that I've been through. I've been crying a lot today because I was feeling really overwhelmed and really anxious. I still am, but I just had a diazepam and a tramadol for my pain, diazepam for the anxiety and feeling of overwhelmness, and it gets to like you're feeling like you can't breathe properly, but your obs, like your blood pressure and all that is like, or whatever it's called, like your pulse and stuff, everything like reads fine, that you feel like you can't breathe. It's just been a really difficult day. My solicitor isn't going to be there. She's sending someone else who she thinks is suited well to me, so I'm going to trust her on that. My mum said that she spoke to my psychiatrist, like the main one that I see, like my general one, and he once again doesn't tell me much of anything, and I don't feel like I can really ask questions, because as soon as somebody asks me, is there anything you want to ask, if he asks me if there's anything I want to ask, he usually just finishes what he's saying and then kind of like says bye and walks out the room. But whenever I get asked if there's a question I want to ask, it's like my mind goes completely blank and I have no idea what I want to ask or what I want to say or anything. It just feels like one thing after another. I feel like it doesn't matter what I say or what I do. And they're still on this sort of eating disorder thing, like what's changed about how you feel about your weight, and I'm like, nothing's changed about how I feel about my weight. I still want to gain weight. I never wanted to lose the weight. And I keep trying to explain that I feel like it's a physical thing. my mum said that she spoke to my psychiatrist today as well, and that he's saying that they want to like help with my traumas and stuff like that. But like being here, how does that help with my traumas? It's just more traumatizing to be in here than it is to be out. I just had another short visit with a psychiatrist who's not my psychiatrist, but is a psychiatrist, and he said that they'd read most of my notes, so I told him about the head people just to like kind of clarify about the spending thing. It's just a really difficult day. I'm feeling really, really shitty. I don't even have the words, I don't even know what words. So I'm just gonna go, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. So I've been pretty down today. It's been a long day of like, to be honest, today feels like it's been two days in one. I've just had so many people come out and talk to me. I've just been feeling down, and I've been finding it difficult. I did finish my first paid drawing for somebody else. They gave me some stuff, like some rings, and they're making me, I think, a hat and like a little band thing in return for a drawing that I did for them that I posted on my Instagram. So yeah, I got my first little commission-y type thing. That kind of took me out of my mind for a little while because I had to think about somebody else and something else. It's been a bit difficult day. My mum apparently spoke to a social, well, apparently my mum did speak to a social worker about like my situation and stuff, and she also spoke to my psychiatrist. They told her more than they've ever told me. Apparently, like, they'll be looking for like a way to have me in a more acceptable accommodation, like for my disabilities and stuff, like for my wheelchair use. An adapted flat or an adapted house. Nobody told me that. Nobody told me a lot of things. People just still seem to assume that I know, and that I just get things. Like, was it today or yesterday I had this woman, this, I think it was a mental health officer come up, and she was like talking about these different like services, and I told her I didn't know what she was talking about, and she seemed quite shocked by the fact that I'd never heard of these services, let alone like being offered them or anything. But I've not really had the words to do anything on here, on YouTube. Like, it's one thing to sit and do whatever, but I've just not had the words. I still don't have the words. So we're just going to get on for a nighttime routine. I did brush my teeth and brush my hair and do my face this morning. I just can't remember if I marked it into the app or not. We will mark it into the app tonight. I've already done nighttime meds, already brushed my teeth. So this is just the last stages. Already had dinner, already had supper, already had all of it. Ate it all because, you know, I don't have a problem with food, I have a problem with what it does to my stomach, but I'm trying to eat. Well, I'm trying to, like, I'm able to eat everything, and then I'm trying to have, like, as many fruit snacks in between as, like, I feel I can manage. This place is, like, really boring. It's either really boring or it's really distressing. And it seems like there's very little in between. Sometimes if I'm having a really good day, then I can find ways to entertain myself, whatever else, but and here is different from being at home. At home it's like I feel I have things that I can and I want to do, and here I just constantly have this feeling of pure restriction. So I've just been feeling that sense of restriction just seeps into absolutely everything, especially when you're being watched 24/7. It really does feel like it's just, I really just feel like it's like a restriction, like venom or something, and it just seeps in and gets you. It's just, I don't even have the words. I don't like when things are changed, but I found out that they changed the over the phone thing to an in-person thing because I have trouble with phones. But if I have trouble with phones, don't you think I have trouble with in-person things as well? Like, I have to decide whether I'm going to this thing or not, and I feel like I have to go because of what was said to me by my doctor about how if I don't go, it makes it easier for him to do his job and keep me in here. And I don't know how to feel about how he said it, and I don't know how to feel about what he said as well. I just don't know what to feel about any of this stuff. I just want to go home. Even if the place isn't accessible, it's still my place, my bubble, and I just want to go home. And that's all I really have to say today is I just want to go home. I did tell them that if they lift the hold, I'd be willing to stay like a few more weeks voluntarily, but that there would be conditions, like things that I needed to be in place or to not be in place for me to actually want to stay for those weeks, to actually be able to stay for those weeks. But in here it's just like this toxic, constrictive, depressing, aggravating, agitating mix of bullshittery, basically. That's the only words that I have for it. And I just don't know. So I'm going to say good night to you all, and I'll see you all in the morning. So, good night.